Hello mini creators! Welcome back to another episode of Gettin' Crafty with me, Various Heather. Today we're going to be making tissue paper butterflies. For today's craft, you only need 3 supplies. Supply number 1, tissue paper. This craft will work best if you have multiple different colors of tissue paper, but even if you only have one, you can still make a butterfly. The second supplies that we need is pipe cleaner. You need 1 pipe cleaner per butterfly that you want to make. The last item that's needed before you start this craft is scissors. Make sure to have a sibling, parent, or adult help you if you don't quite feel comfortable using scissors yet. Step 1, take your tissue paper and cut it to the desired size. To make this butterfly, I cut each sheet of tissue paper into 4 squares. To do so, you cut the paper in half once and then take both sheets and cut in half again. If you're only using 1 sheet of tissue paper, this will work best. Done. 4 sheets of tissue paper. If you're wanting to use a second color of tissue paper, make sure you only have 4 squares at the end. You won't need any more than that. It'll make your butterfly a little too puffy. There. 4 sheets of red tissue paper and 4 sheets of white. If you're making this craft with a friend and you're using 2 sheets of tissue paper, you can each use half. You only need 4 sheets per 1 butterfly. Layer your 4 sheets of tissue paper in the order that you want them to appear on your butterfly. If you're using multiple colors, try different patterns. I'm going to be using my white confetti tissue paper as the top layers and the red tissue paper as the back layers. Don't worry about how clean your cuts are for the tissue squares. We'll be cutting them again later. Step 2, take your 4 sheets of tissue paper and fold them in half. Like this. Once you have it folded in half, we're going to be cutting it out in the shape of the letter B. We're going to be rounding off the corners to make our butterfly wings. See, just like the letter B. And if you have one side that's bigger than the other, try to put that on the top for the top portion of the wings. Step 3, take your folded tissue letter B and open it to expose your butterfly shape. If you're not happy with the way the shape has turned out, like how mine is quite round at the top, feel free to fold it in half and cut it again until it's the desired shape. That looks like a butterfly. And when it is cut exactly to your liking, it's time to zigzag fold. To zigzag fold, you flip the top over first, flip it around, and fold it over again. Because the tissue paper is quite thin and would want to slide around, this might be easier to do up against a table or on a surface, pressing down on the tissue paper so it doesn't move between folds. Keep in mind your folds don't have to be perfect. This will just help us create a nice cinch in between the butterfly's wings. Step 4, time to attach your pipe cleaner. We're going to be creating the antenna of the butterfly. If you have a lot of pipe cleaners at home and you want to replicate the twisty effect that I did on my butterfly's antennas the first time, take 2 different pipe cleaners and twist them around each other before doing this next step. To help attach the pipe cleaner a little easier, you want to squeeze your butterfly in the opposite direction that you've already squeezed it. Like this. This will help flatten down the middle and make sure that the wings are straight once you put on your pipe cleaner. Take your pipe cleaner and fold it in the middle like so. These 2 top pieces are going to be your antenna, and all of this part of the pipe cleaner is going to be the body. Take your wings and slide the pipe cleaner on either side of the butterfly. Don't put the wings all the way to the bottom loop of the pipe cleaner. You're wanting to twist just a little bit to create the back end of the butterfly's body. Next, take the top part and twist just the same as you did for the bottom part of the body. You want to take these ends and turn them into antenna. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. On my first butterfly, I made them curly. But on this butterfly, I'm going to make them zigzag. If you have any difficulties making the curly antenna, it might help to curl the pipe cleaner around the end of a pen. Last step of this butterfly craft is to take the wings all of the tissue paper layers and pull them apart gently to separate them and give them dimension, like so. If you rip your butterfly a little bit, don't worry about it. That's what all the extra layers are for. Now that you're done the base part of the butterfly, feel free to add any extras that you like. Googly eyes might be fun, or if you want to hang them in your bedroom, maybe get a piece of string, tie it around the base just under the antennas, and you can hang it from your wall. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Gettin' Crafty. I'm Various Heather, and these videos are brought to you by the Lumsden Library. Subscribe and make sure you never miss a craft video. See you next week.